Back to Africa, where the United Nations has confirmed the nomination of former Senegalese President Macky Sall for the position of UN Secretary General. Mr. Sall, who governed Senegal from 2012 to 2024, was nominated by Burundi. His candidacy comes despite lingering domestic criticism over alleged fiscal transparency issues during his administration. The next Secretary General will assume office on the 1st of January 2027 for a 5-year term, replacing Antonio Guterres. Although regional rotation traditionally guides the selection process, expectations have shifted over time. The next dawn is widely considered to belong to Latin America. Other candidates that formally declared intention include the former Chilean President Michelle Bachelet and the Argentine diplomat Rafael Grossi, who is the head of International Atomic Energy Agency. Costa Rica has also indicated plans to nominate the former Vice President Rebecca Gripster, though her candidacy is yet to be fully submitted. The upcoming vote has renewed calls for the United Nations to appoint its first Secretary General, first female rather, Secretary General in its 80-year history. The UN Security Council is expected to begin the selection process by the end of July. And for more on the race for the seat of the United Nations Secretary General role, African Affairs analyst Victor Ohai joins me here from Lagos. It's good to have you join us on World Now. We see that Burundi has formally nominated Macky Sall, but his own government in Senegal says it was not consulted. How will this affect his credibility in this race? Mr. Ohai, I'm hoping you can hear me. I was asking you about the fact that Burundi has formally nominated Macky Sall, but his government, Senegal, says it was not consulted in this case. How is this likely to affect his credibility in this electoral process? Well, let's quickly remind you again that the United Nations has confirmed the nomination of former Senegalese President Macky Sall for the position of the UN Secretary General. He will be replacing Antonio Guterres after a 5-year term. The next Secretary General is expected to assume office on the 1st of January 2027. Although regional rotation traditionally guides the selection process, expectations have now shifted over time, and there is a conversation about the fact that the next dawn is widely considered to belong to Latin America. I'm hoping we have Mr. Ohai back. Mr. Ohai, it's good to have you join us at this point. Burundi has formally nominated Macky Sall, but his own government in Senegal says it was not consulted. How is this likely to affect the electoral process?
Obviously, that is going to work against him because if you look at the other candidates he's up against, their countries are involved. And usually, the originating country would be your country, except that in this case, Burundi has done it, not necessarily as Burundi, but as the chair of the AU, the current president of the AU. So that is the reason. He probably would have lobbied at that level, but he needed to have carried his countrymen along. That is very, very important. It might still go because the only requirement is that a candidate be nominated by a UN member, which means that his nomination is still valid, but it doesn't a countrymen are not support of his official.
Let's look at the strength of the other candidates who were nominated. He comes alongside other contenders like Michelle, Rafael, and Rebecca, expanding the field to at least 4 candidates. Talking about strength and influence in this, has this likely to influence early Security Council deliberations?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Come again with your question. I missed that bit. Sorry. Your question again, please.
Well, I was asking you about the nomination, other contenders in this situation. He has about 4 other candidates to contend with. We have Michelle, Raphael Grossley, and Rebecca expanding the field. How is this broader contest likely to influence early Security Council deliberations?
I mean, if his country eventually falls in, it gives him a good chance because some of the others, for instance, 2 of them in particular, and especially the lady among them, the former president of Chile, are from South America. So that might just cause a split in the votes. We are a 54-member strong bloc, although at the end of the day, however we vote, it can only be if we get to the finals. Let me use that language. It's still going to be up to the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. So at the end of the day, whoever is able to lobby and get the support of the UN Security Council members, permanent members rather, is whoever is going to have it.
Let's talk about who was expected, to take this role. That's Latin America in this case. This role traditionally rotates among regional groups. But what impact would Africa's push for Sall really have on this informal convention?
I think that, usually there's an unwritten rule, but it was broken with Guterres' time because it was supposed to have gone to which country? I think Guterres is from Portugal. It was supposed to have gone to an East European country, but it didn't. So that tradition has been broken with Guterres' time. So it can be said that there's a precedent in the breaking of the tradition. So it's still going to be. Latin America stands a very good chance. If they choose to, they can come strong, and they are closer to Asia in terms of relationship and with North America and the US. So they might be able to lobby and get a candidate. But the fact that you have more candidates coming from there kind of whittles down their chances a bit, unless at the end of the day they're able to agree on someone or they have a candidate that is favored by the 5 permanent members of the UN.
Right. And the interactive dialogue for each members to present their vision to the member state is expected in April. We'll wait out to see, what they will be putting forward to enhance the position of the United Nations.
Before you leave out, I'd like to add something. I don't know if I have the time. I would have wished, though, that we had pushed Amina Mohammed, but I fear that she does not speak French. It reminds me of what happened to Olusegun Obasanjo, our former president, the general, who wanted to contest against Boutros Ghali, but started learning French at a very old age. So I think that we should be more mindful, diplomats,
right?
Prepare well ahead because of opportunities like this.
We wait till April for, some of the members that have been nominated, if they can even push through the process, giving Africa a chance on the global stage. That's a fine place to leave the conversation. Thank you for joining us at this time. African Affairs Analyst Victor High, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.